Hey folks, I'm going to get started in about 2 minutes here. The stream always goes up a few minutes early, and then the gameplay itself starts at 7:15 p.m. So give me just a moment to get set up, and then I'll start playing. Alright, back into it. I remembered not to close the game this time, so we didn't lose progress like the other night, which was unfortunate, but what can you do? Oh, this looked so climbable. Bummer. How are we doing on this Sunday evening? I played some D&D today. We fought a hag. And I had such lucky rolls. I have a spell guard shield, and it gives me advantage on saving throws against spell attacks or magical effects. And so I passed like everything she tried to throw at my character, which is huge. Because hags are awful to fight. We did almost lose one of our people, our wizard person, or our, like, spell singer is what her, like, lore is. She's a hobgoblin. And she died to some shadow elemental thingies from the hag. And then the hag took her soul from her body and used it to transform into some, like, Form 2. And it was real rough. And then the hag charmed half of our party of who was left. So it was me and one other person for a minute there, and I'm a freaking cleric. But Spirit Guardians is amazing, because even if they pass their saving throw, they still take some damage. And it's radiant damage, so that was helpful against the, like, shadow elemental thingies. And what else? Almost out of diamonds, because I had to revivify our wizard person. And it was a fun session. D&D is rad. And I don't mind being a cleric. It's a lot like being a druid, honestly. They're very mechanically similar classes. But I'm a knowledge cleric, and I rolled the luckiest I've ever rolled on any freaking character ever. I have one stat that's at 22. Hey, Gail. I am using a different microphone that I've been using. I didn't like the microphone I was using, but I liked those headphones. But the cable broke, And it's not the right time of year for me to be making unplanned expenditures. The cables are like $60, so I'm just not using those headphones right now, sadly. But where'd the fox go? Up there. So I'm just talking into the controller. I don't like that it picks up the air conditioner, but what can you do? I feel like the air conditioner is like loud. Can I pet the fox? What? I can yell at the fox? I want to pet the fox, though. Well, it's not the microphone that broke. It's literally, I have in-ears from when I was a stage musician that are like molded to my ear canals, so I like to listen to stuff through them because it's like incredible sound quality. And you can get a cable for them that has an inline mic, and normally I like how that mic sounds, but they like changed how it's manufactured somehow. And so this most recent one I got, you could tell they used a lighter weight material to house the microphone on the inline mic, and the mic was seated further inside this lighter weight plastic tube, and so it just really affected the sound quality, and that's why my voice was like so weird in the microphone I was using. But like, I liked not having it coming through the TV because I have roommates, and so now I just have it through the TV at a pretty low volume, and it doesn't sound as good because it's like low volume TV versus 6 driver per ear professional quality $1,000 musician in-ears, you know, $1,000 speakers basically, right? Like, and just with 6 drivers per ear, super crisp, clean sound for me, for my enjoyment, because this frequency bands are separated, and so there's less that each driver has to manage. What did I... It's like an elevator. What's up, Silver Star? Oh, that's interesting. It's the light. I'm changing where the light is shining. So in order to open different doors, I want to scream at this, but it only works up here. Well, I want to see what else is available first. I want to commit. Dead end. What's over there? I didn't do the one on the other side, did I? Really? Oh, okay, well that's important. So, I need to get a new microphone eventually, but that's not in the cards right now. It's just not the right time of year for that. Not the right time of life for that. Presently. What was back downstairs, though? So there's other elevator doors? If I can put a block on this? I need a light bulb to put on this. What do you mean? The chat's on a lag, so I'm not sure what it was that I said that you're responding to. I do also, I have a headset I need to find, but I don't like over-the-ear headphones a lot. They kind of hurt my existence. But like I've got a headset that was from when I was doing mortgages over the phone. That is a gaming headset that I might need to bust out, because I might sound a little better on that than I have been on this. Oh, yeah. What does this do? Is it gonna open the ceiling and make them all disappear and make the tree come back to life? Or just water? I bet there's different levels of this room, and the upper level will open the ceiling and let the light back in, and we're going to bring this whole tree back to life. But right now there's shadows around it. Yeah, they suck your soul out of you. They kill you. Okay, so how do I make the fish work? There's a lot of steps to whatever needs to happen in here. Like whatever's over here, I'm probably going to need a robot for to bust through these branches. And I got a feeling I come out of this room. Yeah, look at the little robots. We had swirling storms with red lightning in the anger area. And now we've got robots with one big blue eye. Alright, I need the ball for that, so let's go back upstairs. Oh, nice. Walking into a bar in LA sounds like a nice way to spend a Sunday evening. Alright, I think this is next. Not fair. I guess it depends on why you're walking into the bar and which bar it is. Oh, okay. I'll be honest, most of my time spent in bars has been karaoke. How'd I know? Real. Alcohol, with my heart condition, alcohol just makes me feel miserable more than it's like anything enjoyable. Doesn't really drown my sorrows. I've got a pretty low tolerance, not for the inebriation factor, but for the dehydration factor. And so, I don't drink a lot. Prefer a greener solution to my problems, which is fully legal here. Oh man. Oh no. I made the tree sad. Sorry, tree. I'll give it back to you. I bet I gotta put this on this. Wait, no, not there. The other one. That. Maybe? Well, we did something. Oh, okay. Hey! Well, this can't go this way because of these. That's what I thought. Do I need to bring this over there then? No, I don't think it can go over here either. Then what is it for? Well, I'm gonna put it in this little right here, because that seems like a thing. And then I don't know what it is for whatsoever. Why has it got little lights shining around it, like as though it had a reason for being? Perhaps later. Perhaps they'll find something that works with it. Look at the lizards. Oh! I bet if I put it in the door won't shut on it, and then I can sneak the ball through. Boom. What's for dinner tonight, Dallas? I had a late lunch. It was pizza. Take and bake. I made a robot! Sorta. I made a robot head on a block. Sometimes frozen pizza just is like what you need in life. It was a puffy crust one with pepperonis from Walmart. Simple stuff. Now I need to figure out what this does. I wonder if I put it on these things, does it like get powered? It is a power block. But I gotta figure out a way to turn that around. Oh no! Oh, okay. It did get powered. Is it a mobile amplifier? Oh, it's alive. Hello, little thing, friend buddy. Okay, that sounds really good too. I was just complaining about how I don't like the plain cheese ones, but I've never thought to do that. Because I feel like they never have enough cheese on them. Like, there's just not enough to work with, because like the frozen cheese is kind of less flavorful than normal cheese. But that is different. Oh, goodbye, block. Is that just opened up so that I could see the camera better? Like, it's otherwise it seems like a little bit of a pointless wall. Okay, so I can't move the block back. Okay, and you can't bring it out here because it would have gotten pulled. It's an arbitrary way to make sure that the block can't go certain places. I see. See what's happening. Have I already climbed this? Just in case. Yeah, I've been up here. Was that just supposed to be the way I got down and I didn't do it cautiously? Yeah, probably. Alright, onward. That sounds good too. Man, I need to get some of that Costco caprese salad. It's just so simple. And then I add grilled chicken to it. It's pesto, balsamic vinaigrette, spinach, mozzarella balls, and cherry tomatoes. That's it. And it's freaking delicious. Oh no, what did I do? Did I make a mistake? Dude, this reminds me of a freaking cauldron. I'm in a freaking cauldron, but no, I just lost my chance to do whatever this was. I didn't know. This seems to still be working though, because it's powering that. Okay, chance not lost. That makes sense because I gotta use the elevator. But what's over there? That's probably where I go later. After I have my sentinel. I'm reminded of the Tallneck Cauldron right now. Because every game is Horizon. This is the last step. This is how I turn it on. I gotta take a screenshot. Alright, elevator. Are either of those on the PS Plus? Oh, do I need to bring the block with me? Well, how do I do that? Or maybe... Can I? I will figure it out. Hot dogs is good. I loved grilled hot dogs. I had hot dogs 2 days ago. Costco hot dogs. I melted some cheese on it, and I put some What else did I do? Grey Poupon, melted cheese, and ketchup. It was a weird combo, but it's what I had in the fridge. This is so cute. Although those weren't grilled hot dogs. There's something about a freaking grilled hot dog that is just like... full power. Oh, it doesn't stay? Then what is that for? I bet that's once we go into here. And then I lose the block because it's on a... Oh, these ones are not pulling anything. Okay, that's good. Now the door is opened. Okay, bye, friend. Costco hot dogs. Now I'm hungry. My roommate was gonna make other Costco food. My roommate works at Costco, so we end up eating a lot of Costco. Because if you're doing your shopping at Costco, there's no feasible... It's like still so inexpensive, but there's no way for one person to finish off Costco food. It's just not possible. So they end up giving me a lot of their leftovers that I'm not completing. It's a very good gig. And I watch their dog for them while they're at work. Because their dog has diabetes and needs to be let out frequently. Figure out a way, friend. I like what the music did here. I like video game music because it's telling a story, but it can't do it in as linear of a fashion as a straight up movie score. It's a little bit of a slower paced story. But it's still like, it's creating a mood, it's telling a story, it's an emotional accompaniment to an experience that you still get to interpret on your own in a way. I love how awkward these guys are. This really is a beautiful little experience. Okay, bye, friend. I want to restore this courtyard back to what it was. Like, it's so sad that this is, like, such a beautiful temple, but then it's, like, fountains clogged, no more water. Mud filled it up. Stone is all dirty and stained. Uh-oh. Wait, no, it's sunny out, so if I do this, it's not gonna turn into one that kills me. This music reminds me a lot of Skyrim. Yeah, no, you need a freezer for Costco food. And that's what it was. The chicken was in the freezer. It wasn't even like normal Costco chicken. It was like one of the road shows that comes through. So they got a ton of this Indian food from the road show, and then it's been in the freezer. And then every now and then they bust it out and make it, but then it's like a huge thing. And so I get to eat some of it. Because they want to eat it anyway, but it's like a limited time road show, so you gotta buy what you can get, and then it's got only so much shelf life. I'm not playing any games I have to buy for the same reason that I haven't fixed my headphones, which is that money's been really tight for me and I don't have a lot of... It's going to health stuff when I do spend it on stuff for the most part. So oh, you stood on the thing. What did it do? Doors opened up. Yeah, I would like to experience it especially after hearing your opinions on some of it. I'm like curious. And I've heard good things about it. I've also heard some frustrating things about it. Interesting. What do I do with this? Do I, leap of faith it? Over there was the one I couldn't get to before. I love that they look like clothespins. Oh, nice. Aside from Horizon Forbidden West, do you replay games often? Oh, you said not much for you. Okay. So, didn't really like it. Did you buy a digital copy or hard copy? What do I do? Climb out of here or what? Well, what was all this for? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe this was just a secret that was here and now I got it and it's not there. Like, I'm so confused. What is this room? Oh, I believe it. I fully believe it. I feel like I'm missing something. Do y'all see anything? Is there a climbable ledge I'm just not seeing, or... if there was something in here, I don't understand. I'm gonna look up what this fish room is, because I'm confused. Okay, apparently there is a secret here, but I haven't been doing what I need to do for this secret to matter. So, oops. My bad. There's a lot of stuff in this game where it's like, I don't know how you're supposed to know that. There's a good number of secrets where it's like, there's a lot of stuff where if you don't get it, you can't get it until you replay the game or whatever. Which I guess you could chapter select, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I get frustrated with stuff that's constructed, like, too obscurely. Where it's like, do this thing 17 times and then press the green button while singing the Star Spangled Banner. Right? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, how's a person reasonably supposed to, like, do anything with that? Why are you mean? Welcome back, Gail. Is this the same area I was before, but the statue got all the way cracked? Yes. Maybe? How did I not find these the first time I played? I hate it when it's like, well, once you go past a certain thing, you just, whatever you missed, you missed. Because I don't, like, I try to do the main thing last, but sometimes the games just aren't made where that's like, you're like, is it my gamer sense, or are they trying to trick me into following my gamer sense to throw me off, or, you know what I mean? And then I make the wrong choice for, like, what's the main thing and what's the side puzzle, and then I accidentally did the main thing because I got ahead of myself or whatever, you know. Boo. How did I miss that jump? I'm not going to play super much longer. My wrist is a little better today, but partly is because I took a Tylenol, so I'm like, well, that just means I don't feel the pain as much. Doesn't mean I'm not injuring it further. So, I'm going to get off in about the next 10 minutes. keeping the sessions real short because carpal tunnel is a pain. Literally, but also sometimes I just go numb, and that's not good either. Nope. What did I just do? Do I want to just go there, or let's have a look here first? What is down here? Oh, shoot, that was stupid. Well, lesson learned. Wait. Oh, wow, I'm all the way back here. Okay, neat. Oops. Yeah, I saw a doctor about it. It's carpal tunnel issues. I've had them before, and that's why I've cut back and gone to way shorter gaming sessions. It's just repetitive motion, and so I've just got to give my wrist an easier time. My body is just generally angry. It's like we've got a lot of like rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia in the family. Yeah, the PS5 controller is massive and heavy, and I have small hands. I'm frustrated with the design. It makes my hand sore sometimes. Because it just end up with like a death grip on it. And it's heavy. Well, this was not really much of anything in the end. Oh no, okay. I was like, please don't tell me I have to go all the way back around again. It's also, I've been on my phone a lot more because of all the stuff going on. So during the day, I'm like, my phone is like blowing up most days with the drama at the cult I was in. So, it's a lot. What? Did it just save? It did. It totally just saved. Let me make sure. It's hard because I accidentally wound up leading a group now. But I'm trying to transition. Yeah, I totally just saved. So I can actually close it. Yeah, so I stepped up to like help with something, and then suddenly it was a lot more than what I thought I was signing up for, and I'm like the admin of a new group now. So I got to get its feet under it and set up a team, and then I can step back a little more. So, but it was a total whirlwind on Saturday, and there was like drama because there's just a lot of emotions running high with people going through a very traumatic information was released on Thursday night, detailing how the leader of the cult prophetically manipulated people using like telling them like prophecies that were going to happen, and he was like 42 and she was 19. It's this literally, you know how Nexium was like actors and was non-religious but was an ethical organization where they had this like ethics we're going to change the world through our supreme ethical stance, and we cured Tourette's. Right? Like this place was, we have the power to heal you through prayer. And there is some stuff that has happened there that I really like, either to like none of the healing stuff personally to close friends, but there's some stuff with like, it's hard to explain. There's some stuff I experienced that I can't really explain. But like, that happens to people in all religions or lacks thereof. And so I don't really feel like it's fair to like necessarily give it a specific attribution, because people have like, Nexium didn't have Jesus, but they cured Tourette's. But it was like, also the methods they used were very similar to conversion therapy and ABA therapy for autistic people. And so it's like, did you really cure it, or did you torture and brainwash someone into suppressing something that caused their body physical pain and shut them down emotionally, because all of their will goes towards suppressing a symptom and they want to kill themselves, basically, right? So it's like, did ya? Or did you like brainwash someone and kind of psychologically torture them through shaming them massively? Like, and are they happy? Like, what was the cost? And so there's like Grammy Award nominated and Dove Award nominated musicians in the worship industry that like came through and kind of got part of their big start in this organization. So it's kind of Christian worship music Nexium. So it's been a month now, month and a half, or a month and 4 days, or 5 days, or what day? It's the third, a month and a week since the news came out, because it was October 27th. They announced it to the staff. The leadership found out like October 9th and 10th, but then they claimed they didn't find out until like the 24th. And so the leader was like allowed on the platform and was preaching a bunch of stuff about betrayal to basically manipulate not just the entire congregation, but the entire global audience from the platform, speaking about, because there's like, it's a prophetic organization. So they were like talking about like the dark horse is going to come against me. And like, it's all this stuff that you see seeded in that's like, oh, like this was all actually, you knew what you were doing. And this was premeditated manipulation on a mass scale. I'm no lawyer or anything, but Nexium went down on RICO charges. And once they got some of the senior leaders and started to have, basically get them on the RICO charges because an organization was being used to commit a crime. They were able to plea them out to get more info to take Raniere down, and then they got, 2 to 3 year sentences. But they also provided information, and they were given the lighter sentences on pleas in order to make sure that Raniere was taken out of the public eye and out of any ability to ever gain power again, because he was a very dangerous man, very manipulative. So I hate liars too. I was going to go to medical school, and instead I got sucked into a fucking cult. Holy shit. I have to, the trajectory of my life is forever altered. And then after I got love bombed into this cult, they kept moving the goalposts for what could allow me to stick around, right? They exploit labor that way. They reneged on verbal job contracts. They didn't pay me what they said they were going to pay me when I was doing a job operating cameras for the television broadcast and the web broadcast, and I would be staffed alone operating. Have you ever heard of telemetrics, which a lot of news studios and whatever use? Robot cameras on tracks with televators as well as dollies, and it's all robotically operated, and I would be operating 6 cameras and choosing and taking shots live. So I was directing and cam opping alone for 2 hours straight for 20 hours a week, 24 hours a week or something, and then the other 24 hours I was playing music. And I was also running sound either for broadcasts, which is a totally different way of mixing in an isolation booth, because there were 4 snakes coming off of the feed. So one went to the main soundboard, one went to the monitors, because everyone had, initially we had Aviums, then we moved to the Roland RSS system. So every musician could make their own personal mix and even EQ it within certain limits. The lows and highs you couldn't set, it wasn't parametric, but the mids were parametric on the RSS. No, I think it was 3 parametric EQs, and there was a different band that you could select. I forget. The RSS was a pretty cool system from Roland. They were very fancy personal monitor mixers. But then there's also the mains, and then you had the digital board, which was a Midas Pro 2C, and then the analog board, which was a Midas Heritage 2000, which was the first serial number off the product line. We have more Midas boards at that organization than the entire nation of Korea. There's a lot of money in there. And that's not even getting into the $2.5 million Paycheck Protection loan that they got, which was forgiven, and then they withdrew from the Evangelical Council for Financial Accountability for the following year. Anyway. Yeah, no, I got a lot of training and experience, but it's it was in such a limited niche that I don't know how marketable I am in that, because it's they intentionally, they just trained me how to operate telemetrics, but I didn't learn any of the troubleshooting. And part of that is telemetrics is very proprietary on who in your organization can be the telemetrics trained rep. Or at least that's how they explained it to me. That could have been just information control, right? Who knows? I also did stick cams for live services. I know, and that was the frustrating thing, because I worked the night watch, and a lot of times stuff would break overnight. Part of it was I would push the cameras pretty hard too, but other people would too. And so, you might be doing zoom, pan, wall trolleying, and changing the camera elevation, because we had 3 ceiling mounted and 1 floor mounted, and then they're on their dolly, and you can raise and lower the camera's actual elevation while panning and tilting, right? And then you set parameters in the telemetric system. It's basically XYZ to XYZ with all of the different the settings of where the camera is now and where the camera is going to end up and the movement it's going to do in televating, dollying, panning, tilting, and zooming. And the focal length from shot A to shot B. And then you set the speed that it's moving between preset spatial orientation A to preset spatial orientation B for your different shots. And then we had but it was every time the team switched out, there was a series of about 2 pages of shots that you had to set up while live. I never got jib trained, unfortunately. I kept asking for jib training and they would never give me jib training. But like some of the people I worked with, like they have gigs where it's like the World Series for the Kansas City Royals, like they were the one doing the jib for the news desk there. And like a lot of the people I worked with in that department went on to really solid stuff. But like I don't know. We should talk. We should talk. Then otherwise for the stick cam stuff, like someone else did color correction. We just had to set our iris, but the camera was already pre-set up for the most part. You just adjust the sticks to what's comfortable. And that was live service for live broadcasts. I had to do a lot of follow cam where you're on a mid following a speaker talking as they're walking back and forth on stage, and it's live in the room for the entirety of the time they're speaking, and you don't get to blink or sneeze, basically, for, sometimes an hour and a half to 2 hours with no break. That was hard. Or sometimes it would be like they're recording a teaching in a classroom, same deal. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. We should talk about it, and you should help me figure out what I could actually do. Because, like, I don't know what I don't know. And I was in such a limited setting that it's not like I learned the industry, you know what I mean? And it was first thing in the morning for me because I was on the overnight schedule. This would be like a 6 p.m. service or whatever. And so it would start with like an hour of live music, and we were doing a live music show. We had the jib and then 3 stationary cameras on sticks. And so you would be set up at one of the 3 stationary cameras in the room, and then like on headset with the director calling whatever, and you had to come up with interesting shots, and you offer up the shot, and sometimes they'll ask for like, cam 2, do a head to toe or a high and lifting up, or cam 2, like if they want, but like I can pick up anything super quick. I was the quickest person in their department to get qualified as cam op level 2, which because I was supposed to get a raise of 60% when I did that. And then they're just like, actually, we misspoke. You're going to keep getting the amount you got. So that also is experience for what you will get as a camera operator. And right? It's like I have friends that do movie set stuff and like share the memes. So I know the whole like getting paid on time or at all is I fucking hate liars too. There were so many times where like I had a verbal job contract when I left town for 3 months to do support raising because it's a missions base, and so part of it is like you raise financial support for your own paycheck, which now that all the manipulation stuff comes out, I feel like it's really intentional to get people in a financial crisis so that they can come and give really low level favors to manipulate you into doing whatever, but that's a whole whatever. But like I had a verbal job contract that I had a job to come back to play bass guitar for one of the bands. And then, like, the person knew I wasn't going to be... Yeah, sorry. I'm processing the cult I used to be in that's basically Christian Nationalist is kind of, like, collapsing right now because the leader is basically Keith Raniere. But, like, the person knew I wasn't coming back until October 2nd. And then, like... late August rolls around or something and it's like only like 6 weeks. Like, it wasn't actually going to be that crazy of a thing. They knew it was going to be 3 months. Their bassist was going to be leaving in like late August, and they wanted me to come replace them when I got back, and it was going to be a month and a half of them getting sub basses, which when they came to me for the job offer, they knew that was what they were going to have to do. They gave me the job offer. I thought I was set up. I was doing my support raising, telling people, like, this is the team I'm going to be on. Here's when you'll be able to watch when we're doing our thing. Like, and then they emailed me because they got impatient and they gave the job to someone else. And I was like, we had a agreement, and it's not even just verbal. It was like over email. But if you stand up for yourself like that, they start attacking your spirituality and your devotion to God. So, and it turns out it's because that kind of manipulation was happening from the top down, which is like, I hit a point where I kept trying to, I'm the kind of person, I'm going to go up level until I find the freaking headwaters. And I hit a point where I figured out that even the second in command was dealing with stuff like that. Basically, and I was like, well, that only means one thing. That only leaves one option. This is coming from the fucking top. But I couldn't, like, prove it. Yeah, no, don't get me freaking started. But that's the thing, is a cult, they love bomb you, and they don't treat you that way at first. They introduce it and they move the goalposts once they've got you in and they've got you cornered to where you kind of trapped, and then it's just like rips the rug out from under you. So it's interesting stuff. It's an interesting experience. I've thought about maybe going back to school for like industrial organizational psychology masters or something, and like doing cult research, some sort of sociological or anthropological or something, you know, going PhD, maybe psychology route, I don't know, leadership development route. I gotta start talking to some of the people in the field and see like where, like, do some preliminary research on like what niches like need kind of covered, so I could even see if there's like an angle there. A lot of the cult experts call an abusive relationship a one-to-one cult. I gotta look through and see what's in my library. I have to go with games I either already own or stuff that's in the PlayStation Plus library, because in recovering from my experience in a cult and then having a bunch of health issues come up, I don't have a lot of spending money, so I've put a moratorium on purchasing anything outside of what I already own. So I might like put a list up on Twitter of what I own and ask people what they think I should play next or something, because this game maybe got like another week in it, maybe a week and a half if I continue going only 45 minutes to an hour a night. I'm not really in any kind of rush because the last two games were so short that I'm like, I need a little more time before I have to figure out another game to play. But I'm open to it. I love playing indies. I love promoting titles that people maybe haven't heard of and like getting people to broaden their horizons. I know, that would be cool. I would totally try it out. I gotta see what's in the library. I was thinking of maybe replaying Blasphemous. I've played it before, but I haven't streamed it, and it's a really cool game. Also indie from, what are they called? Because Blasphemous 2 just came out also, but I can't buy it because my moratorium on buying. It's from The Game Kitchen, published under Team 17. And it's based on a lot of Goya paintings, is the aesthetic. There's a specific one that you can really see, Procession of the Flagellants, whatever, Francisco de Goya. And so it's Spanish language, Spanish style music, and based on the artwork of a Spanish painter. You know, I would totally be... I don't think I've really streamed a playthrough of Stardew. I would absolutely. That could be fun, like just an hour a night. I would do another playthrough of Stardew. That would last a while, though. I go crazy on it, though. Although I've been so used to playing it on the computer, it might be nice to play it on PlayStation, because that forces you to slow down so much more than on computer. But also, it's harder to do the Skull Cave on PlayStation, because it's harder to just bomb spam and do click spam and stuff like that. But I love Stardew Valley. It's so good. And there's a lot of content they've added that I haven't touched. I didn't even think about that, because, like, I have played Stardew. I've played through it to year 2 multiple times. I have, you know what I've never done, though? I don't think I've done a Joja Mart. I always do the community center, and I never do the Joja Mart. I don't know, I'll think about it. It's definitely an option. It's such a good game. But anyways, I'm gonna sign off. There was a movie I wanted to watch, and I need to remember what it was. What was it? I think you were saying is you try to do it all in year 1. Oh man, no, Stardew, here's the problem. If I do Stardew on stream, I will suck at paying attention to the chat, because I start getting so anal about not wasting any seconds in my day. And about, like... I'm bad at playing that game relaxed. I don't remember what movie. That's why I'm like, I gotta remember what service it was on and look through. Because I remember there was something I was intending to watch, and then I got distracted from watching it, but I don't remember where I saw it and where I was thinking of that. So it's like, I gotta do the ADHD memory jog. I don't know. We'll see, though. Nope. But now it is... Is that the one with Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman? Well, I don't know what it was going to be, but now it's that. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go watch May December with Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman. I have no idea what it's about, but I know that I saw Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman, and I was like, yes. Whatever it is, yes. So, fun fact, Natalie Portman was once in a film that was filmed on campus for some of its scenes at Baylor University, where I graduated. They used Baylor to be some Northeastern Ivy League school. True story. It's a movie where she gives birth in like a Walmart during a tornado. I will. I'll send you my thoughts after I watch it, or as I watch it. So I'm gonna go do that. For those joining or watching, I play a video game every night at 7:15 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's 8:30 right now, so subtract an hour and 15 minutes, or add about 23, and that's when I'll be back on. Going for shorter these days because I've been dealing with some carpal tunnel in my right hand, and it's a mess. So the stream always goes up a few minutes early. And then, what was it called? The one where she gives birth in a Walmart in a tornado. I forget what it was called, but yeah, feel free to like or subscribe, but no pressure. I'm just here for fun. Numbers going up always feels nice, but you don't have to, like, it's whatever. And love for those that come hang out and chat with me. I'm here to play video game, but I love talking to people too. Where the heart is, yes. So I loved having you here, Dallas and Julia and Gail. Loved having Ralph here last night too. Enjoy when Klaus flops in, and Michael and Genesis and all y'all. Appreciate you, enjoy you. Hope y'all have a lovely rest of your night, or whatever time it is, wherever you may be, whenever you might be watching this. For those tuning in on demand some point in the future, I will catch y'all later. Bye-bye.